I'm about to take you down the Book of Enoch rabbit hole and break down everything between the flat earth, the giants, the elites, and the disconnection completely from the truth in general, and why and how they would do all of this. Before I continue, this is for entertainment purposes only. This is all BS, okay? So why would the elites want this book taken from the Bible? Because it literally connects Noah's Ark to the flat earth and the giants and everything in between, all of the cool shit. And why we have these giant lies that are right in front of us in plain sight. Like this being a possible giant tree stump instead of a table rock. This could have actually been a tree that was cut and went ahead and broke off falling this way, and we never would have known. Now I know this is going to trigger people in every direction, and that's fine. You can run into the comment section now, but I am going to break this down for you guys. I do want to take you completely down this rabbit hole. So how was Noah's Ark connected to the Book of Enoch? To break it down and put it simply, Noah's Ark was all about this big flood. The Book of Enoch is breaking down everything that happened coming up into this big flood and what you needed to learn so you can avoid the bad things that happened during this flood. Remember, in this story, the fallen angels and the giants. The Book of Enoch introduces the concept of the Watchers, the fallen angels who mated with human women, resulted in the birth of giants, the Nephilim. I know this stuff's out there, but I couldn't make this up if I tried, and this stuff just keeps coming to me. So I'm gonna explain it, take it or leave it, get triggered or not. I really don't care. So the corruption and the flood. These giants, according to the Book of Enoch, shared secret knowledge with their sons, leading to widespread corruption and the evil on earth. This corruption in turn triggered the flood as a divine punishment. So in the story, God flooded the land. He petrified the giants because they cut down the giant trees that reached to the top of the firmament of the flat earth. And in these mountains and these hills, we have the evidence all around us if we just take a look and think of it as a tree stump instead of just some flat-topped rock. And of course, as we know, there's evidence of these trees absolutely everywhere, and the giants themselves in these mountains. I know it's crazy, it's out there, but just ask yourself if it's possible that this is a tree and this is a giant instead of just rocks. Just ask yourself, is it possible? How about this rabbit hole in itself? The pink Himalayan salt giants that the minds look just like flesh and tissue from an entity or a giant. What a coincidence. And yes, this is very much another rabbit hole you can go down. Now, if you're still here, the significance of these trees of life were providing all kinds of extreme energy, lots of oxygen, lots of healing, and amazing things were happening because these giant trees were reaching the heavens and connecting us to God as well. I know this isn't the best example, but they tell us in the weirdest ways. Jack and the Beanstalk is one depiction. I've got many more. And of course, don't forget about the Devil's Tower, which looks an awful lot like a big old tree stump. The story about Paul Bunyan is also very similar to this story. There are many movies that reference these giants as well, such as this movie, Moana, where this giant actually comes to life and then goes back down into petrification. And here's Maui from an aerial view, and this is where the fires were, right here where the pineal and the heart chakra would be located. Coincidence. And although maybe every mountain isn't perfectly shaped like a giant, but there's enough in between to confuse people and to make this to where this very well could be hidden right under our noses. So if the mountains are really sleeping giants or not, that's up to you to decide. But I say go down the rabbit hole and just educate yourself a little bit on these fantasies and see if it's possible to apply into our world as a reality. And at this point, it's really up to you. And I just want to put out this information. I don't really even believe in half of it myself. So if you want to attack me, go for it. I'm going to keep talking about this stuff because it is kind of interesting. And, you know, eventually the truth will surface. So when everybody learns the Earth's really flat and all these things, it's going to be really fun and cool to watch. So hang on there, fam. And if you guys like this video, if you want a part 2, let me know in the comments. I'll pump out another one. We'll keep going down these rabbit holes. I'll take you guys down the hollow earth rabbit hole, things that'll truly dazzle your mind. So just let me know. And until then, further notice, much love and best of luck.